Hey everyone, time to finally get off this rock. This is the loading ramp to the Ebon Hawk. Once aboard, you'll be leaving the mining facility for good. Now, there's going to be a scene coming up, and I didn't ever think of doing this before, but I'm going to do what Jack did in his, methinks.
Quick! We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser turret a workout.
Now, it's going to be harder because I'm on difficult, but... They're supposed to shoot these dudes. We're just going to let them all board. Who's shooting back? Don't do that. That dude almost took a headshot. Holy shit, this is so loud. Yes, guys, come on in. Let's see if I'm bitten off more than I can chew. I wonder if there's more on difficult. This seems like this should have been the number of Sith troopers that appear altogether, but we'll see. Okay, I guess that's the last of them finally. I don't think you get experience for gunning them down out here anyway.
We've got company.
We sure do. The Sith have boarded the ship. Prepare to repel the boarders. "25 Sith assault troopers remain." Alright. Clear this one by one. Anybody in here? No? Oh? Oh, I was hoping I could actually do something with this. I don't know. Okay, just a second. Just a second. Hold on. Time out. We'll go get him, boy. Oh, geez, that one's already dead. That didn't take long. That back up. Oops.
I hear you.
How do I stop him? Okay, everybody gather around. Owie. Okay, any of you losers drop loot. No. Oh, fudge you. Don't mind me. Oh.
Everyone down.
Let him have it. When else am I going to use them? Come on, Atten.
More where that came from.
There we go. It's fine. Mandalorian melee shield. Your spike. Yeah, you're fine. See? Nothing to worry about. Okay. Where else do we need to check? Oh yeah, and you healed quick. Holy shit. Fuck you! Oh, he ain't got no weapon. Oi! Okay, 11 Sith douchebags remain. Give. So let's switch weapons for a bit. Do I... What other weapons do I have? Iron's not the best thing to use. Well, I mean, it's okay. It'll still do damage. It's just not as great. I've got all the pew-pews.
Just say the word.
Actually, let's go down here first. Open. Oh. Oi. Oh, this is where we came. Here. Take care of this room for... Oh, shit. Woohoo! Oh, we got a level up out of it. Okie dokie. Whoops! I didn't mean to throw... Okay, it's fine. It's not like I use a ton of grenades anyway. Okay, 4 more remain and they're all in there. Time for a free heal. Constitution up again. Professor Jedi is on the case. Okay, I already have Dominate Mind. Oh, wait, I'm level 8. Okay. Well, I guess Force Shield. Might as well get the buffs up. If nothing else, for way later. Well, get in there, doofus. Oh, I get to take it in time.
All right, let's get out of here.
He just appeared all of a sudden. Kreia, your hand. What happened?
There is no time. We must leave.
Well, I bet that hurts. But hey, it was cauterized at least, eh? You're gonna blow up the whole field, idiot.
If they hit us, we're dead, but if they keep missing us, we're dead. It's great odds. Somebody shut that trash compactor up.
No. Is there anything you can do?
I'm doing all I can, and that's not enough. What'd you do to make these guys so mad? Well, either they hit us and destroy us, or they hit an asteroid and make the whole field go nova.
Well, haven't they already done that? Can we jump to hyperspace?
Not with all these asteroids around us. We'd enter hyperspace in pieces. We have to clear that field first. Thing is, we clear the field and they're gonna have a clear shot at us.
Just do your best to keep your distance. We'll get out of this yet.
What are the asteroids? They can be destroyed by us as well as them, can they not?
That'll take out the whole field, the colony, and maybe us. We might not even be able to jump to hyperspace in time.
Then we die here. Choose now.
So there's gotta be another way. Keep evading them until we clear the field. Then we'll try to jump to hyperspace.
Hold on! This is gonna get a little rocky.
Should I just skip some, I think I just skipped a little bit. Now, see, they're the ones that fired. So, this is totally their fault.
Well, now that we just killed a planet, maybe one of you can tell me what's going on.
I didn't
Because
do it.
between assassin droids, a Sith Lord that looks like he sleeps with vibroblades, and being target practice for a Republic warship, I was better off in my cell.
The Republic warship was the Harbinger. It was seized on its way to Telos by the Sith. They sought you, Jedi.
Why are these Sith looking for me?
Because you are the last of the Jedi. Once you are dead, then they have won.
But I was exiled from the Jedi Order.
Exile or not, the Sith believe you to be a Jedi Knight, and that is all that matters.
But last of the Jedi? That can't be true.
The Jedi Civil War destroyed the Jedi. By the war's end, barely 100 Jedi remained. Many fell in battle, and many more were seduced by Revan's teachings.
What about the Jedi in Dantooine? And Coruscant?
The Jedi Academy on Dantooine is nothing more than a crater that echoes with the ghosts of dead Jedi. And the Jedi Temple on Coruscant lies empty. The waters in the Room of 1,000 Fountains have fallen still in reverence to the fallen Jedi and those now lost. Many Jedi blamed the teachings of the Jedi Masters for Revan's fall and the civil war that followed.
If any survivors still live, we need to warn them.
Perhaps, but they are Jedi no longer. If the Sith have not already slain them, then they will not help you, nor can you help them.
I mean, the Jedi Council aren't the greatest, but I mean, yeesh. Then how do we stop the Sith?
That is not an easy question to answer. This threat is greater than you know, and I do not believe it is a battle that can be fought.
So what do you think we should do, then?
Look, enough with the we already.
We cannot hope to triumph against them alone. To stop them you will need weapons, allies, and a teacher. In the end, I fear it may not be enough.
What do you mean?
You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it cost you everything. Are you willing to sacrifice as much again?
We must stop them. There's no other option.
You are not listening to me. This is not like any field of battle you have ever fought in. Think carefully on your choice. If you choose to fight, if you choose war, it is a path few turn from once the first steps are taken. It carries with it a terrible price. And in the end, you may find you have nothing left to sacrifice.
If I do not try, then we have lost anyway.
Like so many Jedi, you hear, but you do not listen. You have much to learn.
Before you said the Harbinger was on its way to Telos?
Yes, to aid in the recovery effort there. Many roads lead to Telos, including ours.
Not like we have much of a choice, the Peragus astrogation charts being what they are.
It is where we must go, and where the Harbinger was bound before our unfortunate encounter on Peragus.
How'd you know I was on board the Harbinger?
You were difficult to find, but coincidence was on our side. When I learned that you were on the vessel, I knew the Sith would not be far behind. When we intercepted the Harbinger, it was crippled, drifting in space. It was a simple matter to board the vessel and rescue you. Unknown to me, however, the Sith were already on board. Just as we made the jump to hyperspace, they fired upon us, nearly destroying the Ebon Hawk.
I don't think it's ever explained how she got the Ebon Hawk. Whatever. How come I don't remember any of this?
Whatever occurred on board the Harbinger had rendered you unconscious. Though your thoughts were faint, I was still able to find you, sealed in one of the cargo holds.
Well, that's an unusual set of coincidences.
True. But as one trained in the Force, you know that true coincidences are rare.
How did we get to Peragus?
I do not know how the Ebon Hawk was able to make it to
I did it. Beep, boop, beep, boop.
Be silent. We're having a conversation here.
My BB buddy's trying to tell me something. He says he repaired the ship and got us to Peragus.
Repaired this ship, my eye. Next thing you know, it's gonna claim credit for saving our skins.
Well,
if that noisemaker says it repaired the ship once, then it can prove it by doing it again. Go on, get!
Oh.
But we have spoken long enough, and my wound pains me. If you have other questions, find me in the crew quarters. There we will speak more.
Hey, don't stop your long, boring rants on my account. I was just getting sleepy-eyed.
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care or anything, but you might want to go check on our passenger, especially with that hand of hers.
You're right. She may need help. Can you handle things up here?
We're on autopilot until we hit Telos. Until then, a droid could fly this thing. Besides, I think our passenger could use your help.
What makes you say that?
I think she was barely keeping it together. I'm surprised she's able to stand with all that pain rolling off of her.
What are you talking about?
Are you blind? If I were her, I'd be screaming like a stuck Mynock. Well, I mean a very strong, manly Mynock. I think she's just too proud to show any weakness. Especially in front of you.
That's odd.
In case you hadn't noticed, she won't say 2 words to me, but she'll talk your ear off any chance she gets. What you think matters to her. A lot. She wants you to respect her. Besides, we haven't got much else to do until Telos.
When did you get sensitive?
Oh, don't give me that. All it takes is being around people enough to read them. You should try it sometime.
Nah. I'll go check on her then. Woo! 1500 XP.
Look, not like...
Oh, okay. Same deal. Oh. Hi, Beepy. You look like you've suffered a lot of damage over the years. Oh. How much damage? So you lost a lot of programs in your behavior core, in addition to the damage to your frame? Well, she'll gain that skill back. I'm glad to have you along. I might be able to upgrade your memory core. Alright, let me take a look. All done. How do you feel? Atta boy. T3 has gained +1 intelligence. What do you mean I faded out there for a second? You were shut down. I have other questions for you. It looks like you're in need of some routine maintenance. Just sit still. This won't take long. That should do it. You're doing all right? T3 is getting +1 Constitution. How much more can I get away with? What do you mean I faded out there for a second? You were shut down. Okay, he's not ready for more yet. I thought I did alright last time. Fine, never mind. Okay, I'll try. Okay, you weren't complaining last time. Getting free computer spikes. Okay, good enough. Sweet! More influence, more XP, more spikes. Good talk. Oi! Hello. This looks like the remains of an HK unit, but older and more corroded than the one you encountered on Paragus. Its power core still carries a charge, but a number of critical parts appear to be missing. Let's diagnose it. Oh. It looks as if the droid is missing 4 critical components. Its droid processor, a replacement droid chassis, control cluster that's supposed to be stored in the chassis, and its vocabulator. Take the vocabulator and insert it into the core. You installed the droid's vocabulator. That's the one we got off the HK unit. Now, if you play your cards right, you can get HK back in the party after, well, not the next 2 planets, I guess, or the next 2 areas, but depending on which one you pick after that, you can get it after that one. Let's see. Kreia. Wrong way. Wait, is it? Kinda, sorta. Hi, Kreia.
Have you come for more answers? There is little more left to give.
When you lost your hand, is there anything I can do?
This wound is a physical thing and will fade with time. It was necessary. Some things may only be learned from sacrifice.
If I could, I would have protected you.
Save your pity. I am here to save you, not the other way around.
Jeez. Seems to me you need to learn to listen.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs training and guidance, it is you.
The pain I felt when you lost your hand, what if it had been more intense?
I do not know. I fear that the consequences would have been more extreme.
More extreme? I felt like my hand was dipped in molten carbonite.
Then the sensation you would feel upon my death might be less than that, though much quicker.
Quicker? Would it have killed me?
Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you.
What can we do? I don't want my actions to place you at risk.
When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragus.
I've never heard of a link like this before, in holocrons or the Jedi histories.
I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong, and its roots run deep. It seems the Force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
You and Kreia possess the Force Chain special ability. When either of you uses a Force power on yourself, the other gains the benefit as well.
A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks.
So what do we do now?
I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it.
That's not good. We can't keep running until they catch us.
It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters. It is the journey. All paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now, we are bound for Telos, and that is enough.
Enough for what?
Before the war, Jedi who failed their training were sent to the fields of Telos to serve the galaxy, not as Jedi Knights, but as farmers and laborers. The destruction of Telos was complete. I doubt any Jedi remain. Yet there may be echoes of their passing. We shall see.
And if we find no trace of the Jedi teachings on Telos to help us?
Then I am left with nothing more than we had already. My faith in you and your ability to meet what comes.
There were other questions I wanted to ask you.
Ask, and I will answer.
I need to know more about the Sith hunting us.
These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split.
First split?
Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith, but in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. Revan tasted it, as Malak did.
So these Sith continue to crusade?
In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow. They strike from the darkness, hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After all the Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked.
I've never seen Sith assassins like those on the Harbinger.
I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this. Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come.
This explains why, no matter how many Sith assassins you fight through the game, they're always about your level. Other questions? When we were on Paragus, I could feel the Force again.
Indeed. And was it the same as before?
No, it felt different. Faint.
If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force.
Wait, the Jedi did this to me?
What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
It's not possible to cut one off from the Force. It's like deafening someone, or blinding them.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen, or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own, and exiled them as they did you.
I don't believe the Jedi would inflict such a punishment on someone. It seems too cruel.
If not the Jedi, then what did you think was the cause of such a loss?
I thought the Mandalorian Wars were the cause. I did much that I'm not proud of.
War leaves many scars, but rarely does it blind one to the Force. If anything, conflict and challenge may make the connection stronger, more intense. No matter what horrors you experienced in the war, no matter who you served, it is unlikely that the Force would be lost to you unless another factor was involved.
Can my connection to the Force be healed?
It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live.
But you said it's possible. How?
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again. And if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
I will honor whatever training you wish to give me.
Do not honor me, fallen Jedi. Honor it by listening and learning. Do that, and perhaps we shall survive this thing, you and I. I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force, and to hear the Force sing within you as it once did.
I would welcome whatever aid you offer.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you through my words and presence.
And that's how you get your experience bonus while she's around. Other questions? Can you tell me what has happened since the Mandalorian Wars?
Much has happened in the galaxy in your absence, and since the defeat of the Mandalorians at Malachor 5.
I look so evil with that mask. Tell me about the Mandalorian Wars.
It is a tale you already know well. Almost a decade ago, the Mandalorians began preying on the Republic, bringing the fires of war to many planets along the Outer Rim. Their predations continued, winning victory after victory, until the Republic finally begged the Jedi Council for aid.
But the Jedi Council didn't help. Only a few of the Jedi Knights did.
Indeed, the Jedi Council counseled caution and patience to assess the Mandalorian threat as the Outer Rim burned.
Which is so... Like what conclusion are you going to come to? You going to finally snap out of meditation and go, okay, yeah, we're going to go fight them. No fucking shit. Now, granted, yeah, you should have a plan, but they weren't really planning. They're just kind of going, should we go mess with them? I hate the fucking Jedi Council. I am a big fan of the light side, but the Council themselves can eat all the dicks. And Revan and Malak refused to wait.
Two Jedi Knights, Revan and Malak, defied the Jedi Council. They challenged the Mandalorian fierceness and brutality on the battlefield with a viciousness of their own. Revan's entrance into the conflict marked the true beginning and end of the war. It was Revan who drove the Mandalorians back into the unknown regions.
Until we destroyed them at Malachor 5.
Yes, I have heard tales of Malachor 5 and Revan's part in it. I know you served there in that final battle. It must have been a terrible thing.
Many Jedi died at Malachor 5, and the conflict split the Jedi Order.
You speak the truth. The war's end was merely another beginning, and what seemed a victory for the Republic was far from it. Many believed the Mandalorians defeated at Malachor 5, but the Mandalorians taught the Jedi much through battle. And so it was that Malak, Revan, and the Jedi that followed them discovered their true natures in the Mandalorian Crusade. But you know this.
But some battles must be fought. It was not Revan's failing.
Did Revan fail? Or was it the failure of the Jedi teachings? A question for another time, perhaps. As
Jedi
Revan
teachings.
and Malak fought the Mandalorians in battle after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end,
That's no
the
good.
Mandalorians had taught them through conflict, shaped the Jedi, and turned them into a weapon against the Republic.
Didn't the Jedi Order try to stop them?
Revan and Malak and all the Jedi that served them, turned against the Republic and the Jedi Order. Jedi fought Jedi. Revan was ambushed by the Jedi and captured. Malak continued to wage war in his master's place, inflicting terrible wounds on the Republic. Wounds that bleed still.
How were Malak and the Sith defeated?
As all Sith do, without a strong enemy, the Sith turned on each other. Revan escaped the Jedi and returned to finish Malak, and that was the end of the Jedi Civil War.
But what happened to Revan?
After defeating Malak, Revan left the Republic, and there are none who know where he has gone. It is said that the Sith remnants turned on themselves after Revan defeated Malak, reducing Korriban to ruin as the Republic still bleeds and struggles for life. Where Revan wanders now, I do not know.
So Revan saved the Republic?
It would seem that way from a certain point of view, perhaps. The Jedi Civil War left wounds that have yet to heal. We shall see if the Republic has the strength to survive.
Then we must do what we can until it has a chance to recover from the war.
A culture's teachings, and most importantly the nature of its people, achieve definition in conflict. They find themselves or find themselves lacking. Too long did the Republic remain unchallenged. It is a stagnant beast that labors for breath and has for centuries. The Jedi Order was the heart that sustained its sickness. Now the Jedi are lost. We shall see how long the Republic can survive.
Can anything be done to help the Republic?
We shall see. The Jedi Civil War cost the Republic much. The resources of the Sith seemed limitless. The Republic's was not. Fleets of warships, soldiers, and people were lost. Entire planets were decimated. Their inhabitants dead or refugees. It is a great burden for any civilization to bear. And this new threat, it is a quiet thing. Unlike the Jedi Civil War, it drives at something deeper than the strength of the Republic. It is aimed at you.
What do you mean?
The Republic was never what was important, ever. It was but a shell that surrounds the Jedi, just as the teachings of the Jedi are a shell surrounding the heart of man. You see, the war, the true war, has never been one waged by droids or warships or soldiers. They are but crude matter, obstacles against which we test ourselves. The true war is waged in the hearts of all living things, against our own natures, light or dark. That is what shapes and binds this galaxy, not these creations of man. You are the battleground, and if you fall, the death of the Republic will be such a quiet thing, a whisper, that shall herald the darkness to come.
Well, gee, no pressure. There's a lot to take in at once. I need time to reflect on this.
I would see to that fool in the cockpit, and remind him of our destination. I would not want him attempting to veer from Telos.
He's not a fool, but he does feel odd to me.
He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up. Watch that one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first, and his allies next.
They both gain in-laws influence with Cray. That's about all I do with her. I want to make her happy, but I think it strays too much from what I believe, so, you know. There's a good number of things that she's not wrong. It's just I don't agree, I guess. It's the best way I can think of to put that.
How's our passenger? She's still aging?
She seems fine, just needs some rest.
Well, she sure could use it. It might do wonders for her mood, too. She's lucky she's a Jedi, or someone would have killed her years ago. I mean, how old do you think she is? She may have been good-looking once, but it takes some hard living to make creases like that.
Hard living?
Yeah. Her face looks like it was plowed by crazed Ord Mantell farmers. Don't tell me you were too distracted by her personality to notice.
Look, ease off the insults. She was wounded helping us escape, remember?
Whoa, all right. Don't get mad at me. Hey, I didn't ask her to stay behind and get her hand cut off, okay? I mean, I appreciate what she did and all, but she could stand to lay off the insults herself, you know?
Let's focus on getting to Telos for the time being.
Like we have a choice? It's the only place Paragus had logged in their astrogation charts. Well, if you thought Paragus was dead, then Telos is a dying world they're trying to breathe back to life. Should be there before too long. You can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
Let me ask you some questions.
Oh, no. Look, I respect your privacy. I mean, when have I ever asked you any questions? I mean, besides that one.
What did you mean about the galaxy map not being much use?
Well, the astrogation system is voice printed and locked down, but that T3 unit is doubling as the astrogation system. You can try to plot a course, but without that T3 unit to perform the calculations, you'd probably plow us into a star. As long as he doesn't steal the ship, we should be all right.
Who voice printed the astrogation system?
I have no idea. Previous owner, maybe? I'd love to get it overhauled, but that's a major job. Besides, the droid will be good enough for now.
Why would someone lock the astrogation system?
Takes all kinds. Maybe someone didn't want anybody taking the ship out of the system, or knowing where the ship had been. Smugglers do it all the time in case the Republic decides to board them. Or so I hear.
Do you know anything about that assassin droid?
No, not much. Except sounds like it was after you. As far as I'm concerned, you handled that pretty well. No more droid, no more problem.
Since when do protocol droids collect bounties?
Yeah, well, you got me there. Look, droids, I don't trust them. That one we fought, some of them are built like that. Others just, well, break. In the head. Sometimes conflicting orders cause it. Give a droid too much data or tell it to do something it can't do, it'll crack their behavior module in half. Others just don't get memory wipes and they start going crazy. Speaking of which, I think that little trash compactor's long overdue. Trust me, droids were made to break. And most of all, they're predictable and stupid.
Let's focus on getting to Telos.
So, what happened?
To what?
Don't give me that. There were plenty of times back on Paragus where a lightsaber would have been helpful. So where's yours?
My lightsaber was taken from me by the Council.
Oh yeah? I thought a Jedi was supposed to be married to their lightsaber. Guess I heard wrong. Were you a single hilt or one of those double-bladed Jedi?
It was a single hilt.
Huh. Figures. It wasn't red, was it?
Both the blade and the crystal were unique.
Yeah? Unique how?
Like... Okay. Silver, like the streams in the room of 1,000 fountains on Coruscant.
Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now. Might make those Sith think twice before coming after us.
It is no matter. It was taken from me long ago.
Alright, forget I said anything. Like I said before, you can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
Right. Off to, not going. Warning, location inaccessible. Stats. Facility destroyed. Well, that's a big ass chunk they blew off of it. Oh boy.
Attention, this is Citadel Station Bay Control, Dock Module 1.
Dude, put your weapon away.
Please remain where you are. Do Lieutenant Dahlgren will arrive shortly to meet you. That is all.
I don't like the sound of that. If they think we caused the explosion... Uh-oh. Here comes the welcoming party. They may not know what happened, so don't blow it.
I'm Lieutenant
I did it!
Kilo Security Force. I'm under orders to take you into custody in regards to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
Jesus, news travels fast. We didn't have anything to do with that.
That as it may be, the circumstances of your arrival are suspect at best. Due to the nature of the investigation, I have no specific timetable to offer you. In the meantime, your ship and any droids will have to be given over for safekeeping.
What? No, that's my buddy. Give me back.
Yes, that includes you. You are a droid, so you will be detained. In addition, we will have to take your personal arms and armor until the completion of our inquiry.
Horse shit. Will I be able to get my gear back?
If you are cleared of any involvement, your personal effects will be returned to you. You will be held briefly in the TSF station until living quarters can be arranged, at which point you will be placed under house arrest. Do you understand?
I do. I'll cooperate.
Good. My men will relieve you of any arms and armor. Please follow me.
Tell me I'm not going to jail again.
Problem is, we can't go anywhere anyway, so it'd be pointless to fight. Huh? Hey, where are you going? Oi! Hey there. Why don't you take your hood off when the cameras are looking at you?
You will be held here briefly. Living quarters are being arranged for you and your companions as we speak. Someone will return shortly to escort you to an apartment in Residential Module 082.
We're in jail. Wait, I had questions.
I have many matters to tend to. Your questions will have to wait.
Well, fudge.
Well, we might be here for a while. Might as well get comfortable.
You know, force keys? How are you gonna do that?
Someone is coming. So this is the last of the Jedi. I must admit, I'm a little disappointed.
You're wrong. I'm no Jedi.
Jedi or no, you're the one I am pledged to kill. There is no mistaking that. The Exchange has a bounty on Jedi, you know. You're worth quite a bit of money.
The Exchange, huh? I'm pretty sure some two-bit pistol jockey like yourself isn't one of them.
Hey? I'm more than skilled enough to work for the Exchange.
You bounty hunters couldn't even win a fair fight. You're the cheapest, most worthless mercenary scum in the galaxy. I'd hire a Mandalorian over your filth in a second.
No Mandalorian could match my skills. No Mandalorian could have been clever enough to infiltrate this station, taken the identity of one of the guards, then...
Then what? Overloaded our force cage fields and made it look like an accident? You probably don't even have the guts to fight me. Pathetic.
Don't think overloading your cages had not occurred to me. You're wanted alive, but I doubt anyone will care as long as I bring them your corpse.
You'd be surprised. We're in a TSF station. How do you expect to get away with this?
The security cameras have mysteriously shorted out.
How
There will
mysterious.
be no witnesses to your escape attempt, during which I'll have been forced to kill you. By the time the TSF realize I'm not one of them, I will be far from this place.
Let's get this over with.
Come, Jedi. It is time to die.
Hey, leave him alone. You want to fight? Then try me if you've got the guts.
You have goaded me once, and you shall not do so twice. But I shall dispose of all of you eventually. And an old woman, a fool, and a broken Jedi are no match to my skills.
By the way, did you know that me and the old lady know Kung Fu? Just saying. Wow!
The security cameras are... What? What's going on here?
Man down! Quick! Call a medic!
All right, Jedi. I want you to back up slowly. Hands in front of you. Into the force cage. Cooperate, and we won't have to gun you down.
Come on, Lieutenant. They've already killed...
We didn't kill him, we just
Is that Batu
beat
Ren?
his ass, that's all. No, he was an assassin. It's a good thing I have to depend on you for protect. Nah. I should be a bit snarky. Yeah, I depend on you for protection. Yeah.
Rem's no assassin.
Batu Rem is on leave. He shouldn't even be on the station. This man isn't him.
How do you manage to sneak in here?
That's something we're going to have to look into. I can tell you that it can't have been easy.
Well, what's going to happen now?
We've arranged for an apartment in residential module 082. You'll stay there under house arrest until our investigation of the Paragus matter is complete. You'll be under TSF protection. I'll personally clear any visitors to your quarters, and we'll investigate this incident to the best of our ability.
Let's go.
Officer, get Lieutenant Yima a report of this incident. She'll look into this. The rest of you come with me. We'll escort you to the apartment in 082 immediately.
Whee!
These will serve as your quarters for the duration of your house arrest. 2 officers will be stationed outside at all times. Again, I'll clear any visitors. There won't be another incident.
But just to be on the safe side, why don't you leave us a blaster or 2?
Oh. How long will I be here?
I can't say. We have a ship examining what's left of the Paragus facility now, so your stay might be brief. We'll keep you informed.
Now, this is a step up from a force cage, at least.
If there are any problems, we'll use the wall terminal to contact you. Let's go.
This isn't good. We've got to get off this station.
Why do we need to leave?
What do you think the TSF is going to find at Paragus? That could bring the Sith... You know what? Forget it. As long as we're trapped here, it doesn't matter.
What do you think, Kreia?
We cannot stay in any one place too long, but our path has brought us here for a reason. I must meditate on this. In the meantime, we should rest.
Yeah, you go ahead and meditate. As for me, I could use some sleep.
Rest. No, I don't wanna. Stupid phone. Oh, accept call.
Excuse me, you have a caller. Moza, representing the Ithorian planet restoration interests on Telos. Lieutenant Grenz cleared him if you'd like to speak with him.
Sure, send him in.
Very well. I'll let him in now.
Thank you for seeing me. I am Moza, and I have come to see you on behalf of Chodo Habat, our leader here. Whoops. God damn it. Are you familiar with the restoration project on Telos? No, could you explain it to me? Service of Telos was destroyed in the Jedi Civil War a few years ago. This Citadel Station is part of the Republic's planetary Citadel Station uses energy fields to seal off portions of the planet's surface, then generates and controls the weather. Fuck! Once the weather is stabilized, new animal and plant life is introduced to restore the ecosystem. Recently, however, we have run into contention with the corporation of Zerka. Perhaps you have heard of our recent troubles. Wait, that goes by fast. No, what troubles have you had? Ithorians are well known as ecologists and agricultural engineers. The Telosian government has asked those of my herd to help it restore the planet. Though things were smoothly at first, the Republic funded us generously, hoping Telos would be a model for the restoration of planets damaged by the war. The funding enabled us to purchase flora and fauna from Onderon. Upgrades to Citadel Station's shield network have allowed us to purify and receive small portions of the surface. Then the troubles began. The public relations with Onderon began to deteriorate, increasing the purchase and transport costs, blah blah blah, and so the station grew. The Telosian security force was no longer large enough to police the entire station. Zerka approached the Republic and offered supplying security contracts. The paramilitary security division now polices 2/3 of... Fuck! Since Zerka has integrated themselves into the Telosian political system and economy. They are currently pressing to be more... Their efforts hinder our cause greatly, and we will have trouble consequences for the planet's restoration. Fuck me. This is too quick! Like, I can read it, like, you know, read it to myself just fine, but reading it out loud, jeez. How is Zerka harming the restoration project? Zerka recently wrested control of a number of restoration zones on the planet's surface from us. These zones begin to deteriorate within weeks. If this continues, the restoration process will be brought to a halt, and the Republic will not be willing to continue the funding research to resurrect it. Telos will remain dead forever. Funding needed to resurrect it, not funding research. Why would Zerka do this? I wonder that myself. What does one of the largest weapons manufacturers in the galaxy want with planet restoration contracts? Perhaps they seek unrestricted access to Telos' surface, which is normally forbidden. Even we can only land on our established landing sites. How do they take the restoration zones? Through a combination of legal loopholes, purchased political favors, strong-arm tactics, and sabotage. We Arthurians are simply not prepared to deal with such. We are a passive people, willing wish to help restore the natural beauty of Telos. So how can I help? Chodo Habat is a powerful priest, our spiritual leader. He sensed something upon your arrival, a disturbance, an echo in the force. Chodo thought you might be able to aid us. He bid me to tell you that if you could help heal Telos, it may be possible for him to heal you. Heal me? I am unclear as to what Chodo meant by this. He says the echo he felt upon your arrival is just you yourself are damaged. You can feel the pain through the force.
Perhaps Chodo Habat should turn his eyes to his own people, if they truly suffer so.
Forgive me, I am unclear as to Chodo's message, and I may have related it incorrectly. If this offer of mutual aid interests you, please go to the Arthurian compound here in residential 082 when you are able. Chodo Habat will be most pleased to see you. I'll speak with your leader when I'm freed. Ah, this pleases me. Perhaps we'll speak later then. Farewell.
Now perhaps we will be able to rest uninterrupted.
God damn it. What's up, Carl?
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch. I am attempting to connect you with Executive Officer Jana Lorso. May I put you through?
Zerka, huh? What does she want?
I am sorry, but I do not know. I am only her Administrative Assistant. May I put you through?
I guess.
Thank you. I will connect you now. Good day.
Thank you for accepting my call. As my assistant no doubt informed you, I am Jana Lorso.
Why are you calling?
I understand that you were approached by an Ithorian earlier. Doubtless he tried to obtain your help, attempting to purchase it with imposed guilt and veiled threats.
I don't recall him threatening me.
Oh, and I suppose he didn't mention the exchange, helping you with any problems here? In other words, the Ithorians won't lead the exchange to you if you work with them.
No, he didn't mention anything like that.
Well, no matter. My apologies. I never intended to waste your time discussing Ithorians.
You did, though.
I believe you're a person of influence. Someone I'd like on my side, rather than aiding the Ithorians, whose quasi-mysticism and bumbling foolishness is standing in the way of progress and profit. I'm not asking for your help, though. I'm offering you a job. Work for Zerka and be handsomely rewarded. You'd be helping yourself. If you're interested, please visit our offices here in Residential 082. B44 will know what to do when you arrive.
I think I've ruined enough planets. How are the Arthurians in the way of things? I might as well hear her
Their plans
out.
for the restoration of Telos are aimless and meandering. Restore the sacred natural beauty of Telos, they say. Just what does that mean? How does that apply to natural resource development and consumption? The proper planning of urban sectors, resorts and tourism? It doesn't. The Ithorians are spending billions of Republic credits on a plan with no defined
Zerka Corp is
profit.
basically just
If it
Space
continues,
America.
They'll drive the Republic into irreparable debt and have nothing to show for it but a few meadows and a weather generator the size of a small continent.
I mean, it's nice to be able to make money and stuff, but Jesus Christ, it's not everything. What sort of work are we talking about?
I'd rather discuss that in person. I'll be more than happy to answer any and all questions when you visit our offices.
Not interested.
That's too bad. Well, you know where we are if you change your mind. Citadel Station is at a crossroads right now, you know. And so are you. Don't take the wrong road.
We should get back to bed. Whenever they decide to release us, we should get going immediately.
I've had enough of corporate horse shit. God, this whole episode's been talking.
Explain something to me.
I do not have the years required, nor the desire to indulge you.
Ow.
If he served in the war, well, Jedi are supposed to be tough, capable.
Yes, and what are they without the Force? Take the greatest Jedi Knight, strip away the Force, and what remains? They rely on it, depend on it more than they know. Watch as one tries to hold a blaster, as they try to hold a lightsaber, and you will see nothing more than a woman, or a man, a child.
But to lose so much, I guess I didn't realize how much they relied on it.
Do not be surprised. In many ways, even you are more capable than a Jedi. You could survive where they could not simply because you do not hear the Force as they do. It is irony of a sort, and it is why I tolerate your presence now.
But such a loss of ability, for a Jedi, it seems so extreme.
He has been gone from war some time. It is conflict that strengthens us, and isolation that weakens us, erodes us. Add to that he turned away from war, did all that he could to forget it, and the last piece clicks into place. But we have spoken enough of this, and we do him a disservice by not speaking of this while he is present.
What now?
I've come to inform you that the Talosian government has completed its inspection of what's left of the Paragus facility. It appears that the Harbinger had indeed been present, though it was gone when our ships arrived and was responsible for the station's destruction. Logs recovered from the facility's wreckage indicated that the miners perished as a result of sabotage, which began while you and your companions were either incapacitated or incarcerated. As such, you are to be released from house arrest. However, the Republic is sending its own ship. They have insisted that you remain on station for the duration of their search.
Why is the Republic sending a ship?
To further investigate the station's destruction and search for their missing ship, the Harbinger.
How long will I have to stay?
The sojourn is already en route, likely not more than a few standard days. Feel free to use these quarters during your stay.
Is the Ebon Hawk still impounded?
The vessel's IND is complete. Please visit the TSF station and entertainment module 081 to complete the necessary paperwork at the front desk.
The Ebon Hawk should be transferred from the impound docks by the time you're free to leave.
What about my T3 droid?
After filling out the paperwork, it'll be transferred with your ship along with your confiscated weapons and armor.
Well, now what? We can't just stick around. We need to find a way off this station. Whether it's the Ebon Hawk or some other ship. We could hit Nar Shaddaa, maybe. If you've got people coming after you, it's where you go to get lost in the crowd.
You know that from experience?
Hey, everyone needs to get lost once in a while. Get away from something, you know? It's no big deal.
What do you think, Kreia?
It is difficult to say. I feel we came to Telos for a reason, but we may have spent too much time here already. Even if the Harbinger was destroyed at Paragus, more Sith could already be on their way. Still, there is a chance we might learn of other Jedi here, on the planet's surface. Jedi who might help us restore your abilities, or sever the link between us.
Well, what do you think?
Why don't we ask the Republic for help against the Sith?
The Republic? They can't even properly fund and manage a space station, let alone fight an enemy as cunning and ruthless as the Sith. Even if somebody believed us, the Republic won't be any help. Believe me, I know. Only the Jedi threw the Sith back last time around.
He may be right, but whatever we do, we should move quickly.
I mean, I support the Republic, but they are pretty inept. It's time to call it quits, but let's go ahead and give her level up. Might as well get that. Alright, that's good. Let's go ahead and do a quick save. Alright then, that'll be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Later.